Video will primarily be on guppies that are called a half black AOC, any other color, or half black leopards as they're kind of called overseas in Asia. So they're very beautiful strains. You can have various colors in them, but what you mainly are going to have is a half black body, a dorsal that could be either based in a cream color, a yellow color, I've even seen a blue color, and black round spots, or like a black mosaic pattern like most of these are. So the females, which that's not one, will also get the pattern. This one's just starting to get it, if it's a really nice line. And you want the dorsal to also have the black spotting as well. So you can make your own, kinda, if you have a couple of good ingredients. One of the things you need, obviously, is a tank and a filter and water. And as far as fish, I've done it in the past with half black males. I've also read that you should use snakeskin males, but I think that gives you a different outcome, and I'll go into that briefly a little bit later. But I've used half black either pastels or half black yellows. I've also tried a half black blue, and then I went back to a Russian red lace snakeskin female, actually. You can try a cobra skin, which is a different pattern, and you'll still get the spotting, or the mosaic type, which means the spots are more like the beginning of a line or a dash. So you really want to start with purebred lines, because there's less additional genes in there to screw up the cross. And I'll go over that at the end a little bit with my what should have given me black pandas, and it gave me what now looks like a full black body with tails like these males. So that's not supposed to be, and that's what I got. The fry from the cross that you make will give you the half black AOCs, and if you use the half black pastel male, you should get a white or cream colored tail, and the female snakeskin genetics combined with the male's genetics will give you the spots, and also hopefully the dorsal. So I've made a few crosses in the past to come up with a different tail color. I crossed a snakeskin male to a half black blue female, and that gave me the half black blue AOCs, which is kind of a work in progress, but I've kind of abandoned it somewhat. Not enough tank space. The cross of a black delta male to a galaxy guppy female, which is more like a cobra skin pattern. And that kind of gave me a half black AOC that had an orange tail with black spots. I've also kind of given up on that. I kept a few females to keep it going. And once you get a line of the half black AOCs established, you want to hang on to a few of the pair of what you use to create the line, because at some point you're going to have to go back and use a cross from the initial lines, and mainly go back to the female with one of the original males. It's a very easy cross that can give you some satisfaction in creating a new line, and it's something you can make out of things you already have. It's kind of like you're cooking up a recipe with different stuff, and get you well on your way to having too many tanks of guppies or guppyitis. So there are some fry in this tank, which I'm going to have to get out. One of these females just dropped some fry. Sorry the water is cloudy. I don't know why it's cloudy. The filter's not doing its job, I guess. This female's pretty nice. She's going to drop probably soon. Not drop die, but drop some babies, probably in about a week or two. So I'll continue it with the another tank of them. They're a little bit younger, so hang in there. Now these are about 4 months of age, and you can see the males. I only have about, I think I have 4 pair, maybe 5 pair in here. The males are getting, it's kind of like a cross between spotting and a mosaic dash-like pattern. So this is a nicer looking female. She's already starting to get the pattern in the tail. This one may actually end up being a male. Really not sure. I have to keep my eye on what's going on. It kind of looks like a female at this point, but the way the anal fin is starting to not really sharpen but thicken might mean we're going to have something else there. But anyway, I have 4 pair in there. There's no fry as of yet. They're pretty young, and I'll probably end up selling a trio of these before too long. I'm going to wait till after this week because it's too cold throughout half the country, and next week I think, or the week after, is Thanksgiving, so I'm not going to mess with shipping stuff that week. It's not exactly the greatest time to ship fish, and neither is Christmas. And I do have heat packs, so I can get by any weather with shipping fish, but I really don't want to deal with delays because most people want to save money and go with priority, and priority gets delayed, whereas express really doesn't, or shouldn't, but that does too. So anyway, this is another tank of breeders to be of the half black AOCs, and these are nice fish. I mean, it's kind of unusual to get a really cool looking pattern that is pretty much true. You'll have to cull some that don't look as nice, but until it starts to give you some wishy-washy looking stuff, like a, you know, and then you'll just have to start doing a cross later. So anyway, I got one more tank of them. I'll just show quickly because a couple of them are starting to crap out on me. This is the last tank of the half black AOCs. I have my reflection. Cool. I can't move to get it out, so that's going to stay there. There's a male taking a poop and going after a female. I don't think she's too enamored with him taking a dump, but what do I know? I don't know anything about guppies or women. They just drive you nuts. So that one's probably going to have to come out unless she's the one that just had to fry that are in this tank. I got plants in here to give them a head start because I'm not going to be able to take these fish out for a couple days. So this is another good example. This was a really nice male who's now a crappy male. The tail got nipped. It's not genetic, but you can see like the snakeskin pattern if he would have turned around. You can also see some snails there, I think. And where was it? Well, wherever he went, there he is. He's just not a good male at this point, so he's probably going to come out because I just don't like the way it looks. So if I can find another half decent looking male, which I don't see any, they are in here somewhere. Where the heck are they hiding? Well, I don't know. There's a female, there's a young one over there. Can't really show you much, but you can kind of see it. The snakeskin pattern is it's not really starting, but is in the beginning of the body, kind of where this fish is not. There he is. You can see the snakeskin pattern kind of starting there, and that's just the genetics of the two lines. So they also get a little bit of a yellow underneath the stomach and around the beginning of where the black pattern starts. So I definitely have a couple of crappy ones in here. I'm gonna have to yank. There's Mr. Poop, and there was another half decent male in here, but I don't know where he went. I think he might be up in the plants. Who knows? Alright, I give up on that. It's not working. Alright, last but not least, these are what should have given me black pandas. I crossed, as you know from watching prior videos, black Moscow male and these two Pingu females that were virgin. What I'm getting now is not anything to do with a black panda, although some of the younger ones are still kind of small. I have to see what the next generation does, but I'm getting stuff like this, which of course he's too far away to see, but you can almost make out that the body is entirely black, except for everything in the way. I'm going to stick with them. There's another one. So the body's entirely black, and I'm getting a similar pattern in the tail that you saw on the half black AOCs. Here's a closer one. So this is going to be interesting, especially to see if I get a delta tail out of these. I did not get what I expected from that cross, and that would mean there's something else in the background of probably my black Moscows, because I use the ones where I'm getting the extremely long dorsal on the females, and you can kind of see that I don't have black pandas. But I will take a full black AOC anytime. This is pretty cool. So they're still developing, and I'll see what ends up happening. But I'm not going to give up on this, even though I didn't get what I wanted. That's a pretty good view of, you can see the entire black body. Of course you can't see anything now because he took off. Females look like this. I think I got another male right there. Anyway, it's very interesting. Yeah, you could look at it two ways: complete failure, or I got something really cool out of the cross that didn't give me what I wanted. And speaking of that, here's the other ones. This is like a gray or black pingu. It's got the pingu shape. It's got some magenta in the base of the body. It's got a very long dorsal like the pingu male. That's the original female. So I want to see what I get by going from the F1 generation back to the mother, and see if I get like a, I don't even know what I'll get, to be honest with you. I'm shocked I got this. So anyway, that's kind of an idea of what's happening, and I'll try to do some more videos on specific strains, since I have too many strains, and I'll try to pass on the information that I know. There's some information. That's a sponge filter, because all the fish took off. Rubbing the plants. Alright, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and hang in there.